They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. He's got a man, complete. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Now more armed on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On second down, Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Hey,
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
It's Coleman here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. A shotgun snap for Newton. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. First by him near the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
On first down, it's Newton. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Cam's going to run the option right. Incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good game. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, Tuesday.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get him into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. 20! And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear them in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ross Conklin, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Here we go.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. From the gun, here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
20.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Steps away to his left. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Carolina getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
20. Hey, you set? 780.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And marking down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. A big play there for the Panthers. 58 yards. Nothing conservative about that play call. You said earlier in the quarter you wanted to see them open things up, maybe take some shots downfield. There you go.
Yeah, and that one was successful. But even if they're not successful, when you take those shots downfield, they've got to
and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Coleman. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
11.
Right back to him on first down. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Coleman now. And some space here. Room to run again. 31 yards there and a first down.
Gotta love everything about that run, except for maybe a couple of things. You gotta wonder, do you fight a little harder to get into the end zone instead of going out at the 2-yard line? And I know one thing, the fantasy football guys, they are not too happy that he went out of bounds there instead of trying to get into the end zone.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And a route is on here in this first half. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Carolina getting set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, get right there. Get right there. Get right there. Great.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton.
I think we can see.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 12 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, Ryan. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
11.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now Newton on 1st down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey! Hey! 4 down. Great!
They snap it to Newton. Forced out to his left. Got his target, Samuel. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brian Poole, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting to drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Coleman. And some room to work. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 72 yards. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Panthers coming out now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Well, partner, they went empty set then. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Hey, gun.
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
They will run again with Coleman. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me...
They got his man, complete! And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed them. So now it brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Newton. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Tech McKinley in there to get him for a loss of 5. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. And now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. After the run, Newton going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ DJ Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers gain a bit of respectability. Extra point try good by Gano. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And oh, he spins past him and into space. He's got daylight. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Falcons add on. Just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Back now here on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Being chased out left. He's going to go deep for Funchess. It's caught inside the 25. A fantastic connection that time. Newton to Funchess. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Newton on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to fire this thing deep right, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just outside his own goal line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Newton. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Throwing is Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vic Beasley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's going backwards. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Hey, watch it.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.